What's going on, guys? Chuck here with another awesome Blu-ray purchase. Today, I'm taking a look at a brand new 4K box set released from Arrow UK, and let's just get right to it. It is the Hellraiser Quartet of Torment box set featuring the first four Hellraiser films. Now, this is a beauty. This was an awesome pickup. This is again another day one pre-order once it was announced. Kind of pleasantly, I won't say pleasantly surprised. I was surprised this came out. This was not something I was expecting, but I'm really glad it did. This is a beautiful set. I'll get into it in just a minute. Now, I already had the Arrow Hellraiser trilogy box set, which is right here. This simple. Now, I believe this is like the basic box set because I know they released what the Scarlet box set, which is a very limited deluxe edition, which was come and gone long before I'd even really started paying attention to collecting anything from Arrow. But I did get this one on sale like a year or so ago. And this is a nice set. This is a really good set. I only included the first three Hellraiser films, which was kind of a downer for me. Because I figured, why not have all four? I mean, I know the fourth one was trouble, but at least it was released theatrically. And I thought it just made sense to put all four together, but it wasn't. But still, this is a very nice box set. These were all like the 2K masters, which is really nice. And this is a beautiful, beautiful box. I really love this a lot. So imagine my surprise when I saw that Arrow UK, again, this was a UK exclusive, was releasing their, what they call again, Quartet of Torment. It's a great title. And not only including the first three that were in this set as 4K restorations, but they would actually put in Hellraiser Bloodline. So they had the first four, which is what I wanted in the first place. So yeah, and all in 4K. So it seemed to me, yes, I got to grab this. Plus, it's loaded with special features. But we'll get in a second. So let's take a look at this box. And this is a beautiful box. It's got a nice gloss, shiny finish. There's the side. Here's the back. Now, this was the, basic box. There was an alternate cover, which included, I think it was the Chatterer set. It's very similar, but it was his image instead of Pinhead. But I just like, you want to go with Pinhead. But it, just makes more sense. And this is really, you can tell here, they have these little kind of holes throughout here, which, the show what's inside here. And you see they kind of slide out and you get the skin in the back here. Well, actually first, this is a little translucent little slip, which you pull that off and it reveals down to the bone. So that's a nice little, and you go from Pinhead down to the muscle and skin tissue and then basically straight down to the bone. So yeah, the back of this has the, I'm in hell, help me. Again, isn't a good look at that. Inside we have such sights to show you. And open up and you have all four of your discs. Oh, it's nice. Again, these are all 4K. So they are region free. All the special features are on each individual disc. So there's no Blu-ray for the special features, which would be region locked. None of that. It's all strictly 4K. Everything's region free. So if you got a 4K player, you can watch this and check out all the special features, which is great. We're seeing more and more of that here from overseas, which is nice. Well, so if I can get this back in here. Now, this can be a little tricky. This plastic sleeve is a little flimsy and a little tight. And I think I can get it in here. I think. Maybe not. Yeah, I worked earlier. I know this is riveting. I'm going to see if I can get it here. Ah, there we go. Yeah, it is very tricky. With, again, the slip, it can kind of, or not slip, but the disc holder can kind of shift around a bit trying to get this on here. This is very snug. which I guess is good. It's going to stay in there, but it can be a little tricky to get in and out. So that's a little something to be aware of. Now, also included is this Age of Desire hardcover. Look, another big, thick hardcover book, and it's another glossy finish with crazy, crazy art. And that, and inside you've got some nice imagery, and I believe it's just nothing but essays and write-ups on all the 4 movies. There's the table of contents. Oh, and there's that new awesome fresh media. Arrow's good at that new media smell. And you have cast and crews for the films for all 4. And then basically it's just, all throughout, it's a lot of essays, and it's a very, very thick book. And some other, all kinds of little stuff I have to go through and read. I'm not really sure. There's a press kit. I mean, yeah, this thing is loaded with a lot of information on these films. Definitely probably worth diving into. I'm sure it is. As far as special features go, I'm going to give you a still shot of this because there's a lot to go through on here. What's awesome about this is it's not only porting over, it does port over most of the features that were on this set for the first 3 discs. Obviously, Bloodline is not on here, so it's all brand new stuff for Bloodline. But there's also a whole bunch of brand new features as well, which is really cool. You've got new audio commentary on Hellraiser 1. Let's see. With, who's this? I'm sorry. Stephen Jones, I'm sorry. Good golly. With Stephen Jones and Kim Newman, who's very, you see him a lot of, well, author and critic. And you get also the archival commentaries of Ashley Lawrence and Clive Barker, and another archival commentary of Clive Barker. You got, again, I'll just put it up here. I don't want to go through it. I'll be here forever, and plus this print is hard to read. But there's like so many new features on each disc, including the previous old or archival special features. However, one thing that I noticed I don't see on here, which is kind of disappointing, at least I don't see it listed. It could be on there somewhere, but I'm not sure, is that on this set for Hellraiser and Hellraiser 2, there is included the documentary Leviathan, the story of Hellraiser, at least for parts 1 and 2, which is very, very, and both of those are almost feature length themselves for each part. And I believe the Scarlet box, again, that a big deluxe set, I think it came with the full documentary. And again, I don't know how much in depth that was. Honestly, I never got to see it. But I know that they, at least the portions of 1 and 2 were on here. I don't see them on this set, unfortunately. Which is a shame, because that was really informative documentary on those 2 films. So maybe something, again, it could be on here. Like, there's a lot of features to go through. I didn't really see it, but I may have overlooked it, and it could be on there somewhere and just maybe listed different, or I'm not, seeing it. I don't know. So there's a chance it could be. I just have to go through all this, and there's a lot of stuff to go through on this set. Hours and hours of stuff. And I put this in backwards. Hold on. There we go. Yeah. So there you go. That's better. All the right pieces are in the right place. So, yeah, so that's the only thing I didn't see on here as far as older features. And I'm not sure if that Leviathan is available separately anywhere. I've tried to look. I don't think I've seen anywhere. I believe it was only, at least in its complete form, available on that Scarlet box set. And again, at least a 2-parter here for each disc. So it's kind of a shame that being an Arrow release, they didn't port it over. I'm sure it's rights issue, or again, maybe it's hidden somewhere in here. I just don't see it. But regardless of that, and again, this is a beautiful set. I'm glad that they did include Hellraiser Bloodline. Also, back to special features, something I did notice on here, which I will mention now, even though I talked about it earlier, is that there is a, what do they call it? It's like a work print of Hellraiser 4 prior to, you know, some of the edits and changes, which, you know, it's not in any kind of it's like standard definition, I believe, but it's cool because, you know, there's so much controversy with Hellraiser 4 and the rewrite. I mean, it's an Alan Smithy film. That tells you all you need to know. So there was a lot going on behind the scenes, you know, and I've researched it a little bit here and there before, of, you know, what the movie was meant to be, what it turned into, how it got this way, things were cut and changed. So it's a whole different film than, or what was intended was a whole different film than what was actually made. So it'll be interesting to check out that work print. It's kind of cool that they actually newly discovered this work print and put it on there. So on top of that, you also have, you know, an alternate cut of Hellraiser 3, which is nice, and of course the unrated Hellraiser 2. So again, a lot of features, a lot of special features. You've got alternate versions of these films. The main titles are all in 4K. Like I said, this were all 2K masters. This is 4K UHD. And I can't wait to pull this up and check it out and see all that glorious gore in 4K on a big screen. But again, I love this presentation. I love the gloss image. This is just a beautiful, beautiful set. Kudos to Arrow UK for putting this out. This is a fantastic release. Really doing Hellraiser justice. And again, I can't stress enough, I'm glad they included Hellraiser Bloodline, because it's a film that gets forgotten a lot. You know, again, I figure all 4 of those films were released theatrically. The rest of them were all straight to video. These 4 should be put together. I don't know what the right situations are, you know, how hard it was to do that. But you always see the first 3. Why not squeeze one more in there? And I'm glad they did that. I don't know how, if these will be released separately anytime, or if it's strictly going to be just sold in this set. But if you can get your hands on it, and you're 4K capable, you might want to check it out. You know, and you can, you know, I don't know if I will say you could probably get it from Diabolic DVD, but I think they might be sold out. Because again, this was, you know, pre-ordered months ago. So I don't know who has them available currently. There may be some places in the States that might still be able to get a couple of copies if you can find them. But if you can, check it out. You know, they have such sights to show. That'll be funnier or cooler when I can say it without, you know, slurring and stuttering. Such sights to show you. God. So that's it. If you enjoy this, click thumbs up, share, subscribe, leave me a comment below. Let me know if you picked up this 4K box set, if you picked up this the standard edition box set, or if you got a hold of that Scarlet box set. I know it was pretty awesome. I've heard a lot of people rave on that. You know, again, it was before I started, you know, really paying attention to Arrow and collecting their stuff and looking into it. And I'm kind of upset I missed that. But, you know, this is a nice compensation prize, I guess you call it. You know, let me know your history with Hellraiser. When was the first time you saw it? I remember checking it out, renting it, I believe. Yeah. For the first time, and just being blown away by it. And I also remember at the end of the video was this really weird ad to buy merchandise, and this old lady was hawking, like, you could buy sweaters. I don't even know, but it's really weird. It's only on a VHS copy, which is the very first one. Very strange. But I remember it being one of the goriest films I had seen, you know, in 1987. You know, I was 12 years old, and it was like blowing my mind. At that time, you were used to all the slashes of the 80s, and then here was something, you know, kind of really out there and original. It was really cool. Or just say hi. I'll always take hi. So until next time, this is Chuck saying I will see you on the other side.